Good morning, everyone. Hello, my name is Shanece Bowman. I am the programs manager at Touchstone Foundation, and I am happy to be able to provide some insight on why our new youth mentorship partnership program is so important to the Lancaster County community. As you all may have saw the announcement, we are launching a grant opportunity to local organizations to help fund trainings for mentors in Lancaster County. And I just thought that it would be so valuable to hear and experience a mentorship from someone who has been so impacted by mentorship growing up in Lancaster County. Just a little bit of background. I graduated from McCaskey in 2007. I went to Carter McCray Elementary School, and I went to Reynolds Middle School. And so today I am so happy to interview my Reynolds Middle School cheerleading coach, Coach Dina Thomas, who was also a mentor to me growing up. So welcome, Coach.
Thank you very much for having me.
You have to move closer. Okay, there she is. Hi, Coach. So, yeah, so this is just an opportunity to share, like I said before, how important mentorship is in a youth's life. I met Coach Thomas when I started going to Reynolds Middle School, and at that time, how old was I?
You were 12 or 13.
I was 12 or 13 when I met Coach Thomas. So that's a very pivotal time in a young person's life that I met Coach Thomas. And what really connected us was cheerleading. And so, Coach, if you could just let everyone know, what was your role at Reynolds Middle School at that time?
At that time, I worked in the guidance office, and I also, my principal talked me into that nobody wanted to be a cheerleading coach. And she said, oh, just do it for 1 year. Just do it for 1 year. And I ended up doing it for 16 years.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And I loved every minute of it. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Minute of it. I'm very nervous. I'm sorry. And the one thing that made it really special of all my memories is all the years and all the girls. And each group, there were special girls that just melted my heart. And Shanece was one of them. We always called her Bear. So she was absolutely one of the most special people in my life. Still, it really touches my heart that we keep in touch all these years later, because I'm now old. And I am so proud of you and everything you have become in life. I'm so very proud of you. So basically, that's how we met. When the girls would practice in the gym, Bear never knew how to say no. And she was only in 6th grade. And in 6th grade, you weren't allowed to be a cheerleader. So she hung out in the gym so much, and I fell in love with her personality so much. I said, come on, you can be a manager. And so we've known each other since she was in 6th grade.
Yeah, and so now I'm 35, I'll just say that, and I'm in graduate school.
And I'm old.
And I'm finishing up the master's program in social work, the MSW program at Millersville University. So there has been a lot of years in between, and I just want to point out that is so important in mentorship, that consistent presence, even beyond the time that you're in middle school, high school. We have stayed connected beyond. So that is so important. But like Coach Thomas said, at that time, 6th graders weren't allowed to cheer, but I really wanted to cheer. So she made me manager. And we have done everything in between together, between graduations, birthday parties, Oh my gosh. So, Coach, how did you know back then that, well, back then it wasn't mentorship, right? What would you
No,
consider? Because you were,
no, it, middle school is a very difficult age. And you talk to a lot of people and they go, oh, I never want to work in middle school. Well, somebody's got to love them. I mean, it's that in between age. You're not really an adult, you're not really a child, but your group was especially really, really special because it's the only group of girls that you were all friends, and it was the only group that went on to try out at McCaskey, and every single girl made the squad,
you're right.
which made me
Yeah.
extremely proud. But it was just following you. And then when you were at the high school, the coach had a baby and they said, would you like to jump in and be a filling coach? Well, sure, because I was
You already
with my
know
girls
that, yeah.
again. And so it's through the years, and we would do things in the summer, like go to Hershey Park. And, we looked at colleges together.
Mhm.
And at that time, it was an era which is kind of sad, but things that we could do then, like
You
you
can't do
travel in
now.
my car,
Right,
you
right.
can't do now. And it makes it really sad. And if you hurt you, and what the sad part is that, we had sleepovers at my house. No men were there, it was just us.
Mhm.
But even something so innocent can be, it's very sad because the things that you want to do, even as a mentor, whatever to follow, there's a lot of things you can't do
Can't do now.
anymore.
Right, exactly. And I want to touch on that a little bit because the youth mentorship partnership program that we're launching, we're really focused on these mentors getting the training necessary, to provide a safe environment for the youth. Like Coach said, you can't necessarily do what was allowed or accepted back when I was growing up, which was sleepovers and riding in vehicles and weekend trips. You can do weekend activities, but this would be, I can expand. But this program is really focused on training mentors in trauma informed care and best ethics with mentorship and providing trainings for mentors so that they know and are equipped with the skills to handle, the children who they will be mentoring. And so back when I was in middle school, my grandmother raised me, and it was very difficult because my mother was absent at the time, and Coach Thomas really filled a void in my life that I didn't have, which was a mother figure, which was the nurturing and the safetyness and the support. And you were always my biggest cheerleader. Um, and so we just want to be able to provide the same kind of safety, trust, consistency um, through a young person's life with a trusted adult mentor. And that was what you was for me. And so I just wanted to be able to share um, a real testimony or a real story of how important mentorship can be in a youth's life, especially a youth in Lancaster City, in Lancaster County. Growing up through the school district of Lancaster, things have definitely become um, back then bullying wasn't as addressed as it is being addressed now. And the reason why me and Coach Thomas grew such a strong bond is because I was always at the guidance counselor's office.
Always.
And so nevertheless, you really showed me what my passion was with counseling and with social work. Being at the guidance counselor made me realize what I wanted to do in my life, which is, help counsel youth and families and children in Lancaster County so that their mental well-being, if they're dealing with issues like bullying and maybe a little bit of dysfunction at home, that I can be able to serve them. So in hindsight, me being at the counselor's office really built my passion for mental health. So thank you so much, Coach Thomas. And
You are so welcome. I thank you. I mean, that you have kept in touch with me through all this time. And it wasn't that you just came down. I was the guidance secretary, but so many cheerleaders, there was a drama at home because of Facebook and things like that, that when I grew up, we never had to deal with.
right.
And that part really bothered me because things that shouldn't have been brought to school, you know, were there was a drama at home because of whatever, social media. And so there were a lot of times that the girls came down and didn't have anything to do. It was the drama that went on at home. So I worked with a fabulous guidance counselor, Deb Now, who I was friends with since second grade. So we made a great team. And whenever it was a cheerleader, she was so cute, and she would say to me, "It's one of your girls. You deal with it. Unless you need me, I think you got this." And so I felt like I really got to know a lot of the girls because they did confide in me and they did, trust me. And the only funny story is if one of the girls acted out in a class, oh no, they weren't
coming to you.
No, they would call down to my office and go, "One of your girls are coming." Like, okay, what did you do in class? Usually it was something very minor, but it's like nobody wanted to deal. They're your girls. You deal with them. And I loved every minute. And I go back to Reynolds when they were renovated, and I went back. I had so many memories, but walking into the gym was, I'm sorry, walking into the gym was just, I can't explain it. It's like when I grew up, it's no put down, but it's like your family at that time, you just were what you are what you are. It's not like anybody built you up at home.
Right.
No, it's not a put down to family. It's just, it wasn't that way then. People just didn't understand that you really needed to have that. And so as much as the girl, as you, especially, as much as you feel I gave to you, you gave back to me. And I knew this was going to happen. So I want to thank you for always being in touch with me. I thank the other girls who have been in touch with me. Bear and I just had, we just have a different type of bond. I mean, like, it's one of those things I can never explain. I will always know, I always like to look and see what the girls are doing. I'm so proud because so many of the girls waited to go to school later. And that's a huge accomplishment, that you're going to school, later years. That's really difficult.
Yeah.
And so that makes me even prouder that you never gave up on your dream, and you just kept, you kept going, and look where you are now. And I couldn't be any prouder. I really couldn't be any prouder of you.
Thank you, Coach. Oh gosh, we have tissues. Okay. Yes. So I just want to remind the community that the application is open. Excuse me. The application is open to submit your letter of intent for the Youth Mentorship Partnership Program that Touchstone Foundation is offering. So please visit our website, reach out to myself or our executive director, Anna Kennedy, if you have any questions. But like I said previously, I just really wanted to share a personal story of how much mentorship has shaped the person that I am today. So thank you,
Thank
Coach.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.